thank you for joining. Welcome to Behind the Drama. Behind the Drama is a show that's going to be talking about all my audio dramas and talking about behind the scenes, and hopefully get some interviews with some of the cast members to talk about how they felt about doing it and talk about their characters, etc. The first episode that I want to talk about is called Fire and Brimstone Bad. It's the first episode of The Fallen, my zombie apocalypse drama set in Edinburgh. Episode 1 opens with Danny Cunningham and Cal Cunningham living with their mum, Margaret, and their auntie Olivia in Edinburgh. And they soon discover that Edinburgh has fallen to the undead and that there's a zombie apocalypse and the world is pretty much ended. This starts a whole chain of events of where Margaret dies and Olivia dies and Danny and Cal are left on their own. They are saved by a group of elite soldiers called the Crows, who take them to a safe place called Atlantis. And this is a safe community, if you like, that has been set up very, very quickly for the communities and also for the zombie apocalypse to protect against it. The soldiers, they come in, they rescue Cal, they rescue Danny, and then they go off and they have to scour the streets of Edinburgh to try and get back to Atlantis. And what then happens is a whole chain of action, horror, romance and love, as well as sadness and pain. And it's something that I had so much fun writing. But The Fallen originally started as a book that I was going to write called The Rising, which was based a lot on Robert Kirkman's The Walking Dead novels that was written by Jay Banasinga. This was a lot of inspiration for the show, and you'll notice with some of the characters that I've used names from The Walking Dead to kind of represent the characters. So, for example, Pete's surname is Kirkman, named after Robert Kirkman, and then we've got other characters like the actors, and we've also got the characters like the characters from The Walking Dead as well. So there's lots of influence there. But one of the main influences that I use for it, more later on in the series, as I started to develop the creatures and the zombies, was Left 4 Dead, the video game. Now, Left 4 Dead is one that I used a lot of influence from because of the zombies communicating, and then the creatures that will appear later on in the series, and so on and so forth. So there's lots of influence that have been coming in, but I absolutely love everything to do with zombies, so I wanted to create this world in the city that I love, Edinburgh. So I think I've been able to do that, and I'm very happy with the way The Fallen turned out. When choosing the actors for The Fallen, I put a call out to voice actors saying that I was doing this audio drama, and the response that I got was incredible. I had loads of applicants who wanted to lend their voice to these characters. And in my opinion, I chose the best people for the roles. We've got Megan Chase, we've got Rick Oldroyd, we've got Saxon Davids, Beth Eltringham, Andrew Lodge, we've had Charlotte North, loads of actors who have been involved. Carl Wharton, who is a film actor as well. So we've had loads of actors who have been involved, and they are involved in a lot of the other projects that Eerie Earth have created, because I just love working with these people. They're so professional, and they're so dedicated to the role as well that they create the role themselves, and they're so passionate about the roles and so passionate and dedicated about the projects that I produce that, you know, they're just so involved in them and involved in the creating process of it as well. Speaking of the creating process, everything is written by me. Everything is edited by me. I don't have a team of people. Everything's done by myself. So it takes a lot of time to make an episode. I spent a lot of time. Season 1, I spent 8 hours a day making it, because I was working full time as well. So anytime I had any days off, I'd be working full time on the audio drama, writing it, editing it, producing it, and then I would also spend any time where I wasn't working and I was at home working on it as well. So I spent so much time working on episode of season 1, and again with season 2 I spent so much time on it. But by the time I got to season 2, I'd already done some other audio dramas, so I'd kind of got into the flow of how to do things, so it was a little bit easier. It didn't take as long as season 1, but season 1 was the first audio drama that I'd ever done, and I'm so happy with it. So if you want to check out season 1, it's available anywhere that you get your podcasts. There's 10 episodes in total, and I'd highly recommend it. If you like anything to do with zombies, then it's a great way of expressing your love for zombies and also getting involved with the community as well. Eerie Earth is a big community of actors and also fans as well. So several ways that you can get involved with Eerie Earth. You can follow me on Instagram. We also have a Discord set up called Eerie Earth Official that you can join, which will be an opportunity for you to get involved with talking about all the episodes and just having a discussion about the episodes. And also the actors are on there as well. So if you want to ask them any questions or anything, then you're absolutely able to do that. And you can also follow me on YouTube as well, Eerie Earth Official, and subscribe to the channel and support the channel where you can. If you head over to eerieearth.com, you'll find all of the past episodes of my audio dramas and podcast. But in the future of the show, we're hopefully going to be speaking to some of the cast members who will be able to give their opinions on what they thought of the show. The next episode that we're going to be talking about is called Welcome to Atlantis, and that's going to be episode 2 of The Fallen. But join me then, guys, when we'll be talking about that show. I'm also available on Spotify and anywhere that you get your podcast, because you'll hopefully be listening to this on Spotify as well. So be sure to follow Eerie Earth there. Guys, thank you so much for listening. And as always, bye-bye for now.